coronavirus, COVID-19, coronavirus disease 2019. Many persons are currently trying to separate facts from fiction. Many persons have been trying to survive the tsunami of misinformation that is currently in circulation on social media. Many persons are not very sure or certain about specifics. There's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of fake news, there's a lot of rumor mongering going on. And in times like these, it is the facts that will help us to stay focused, stay grounded, and try as best as possible to negate or mitigate against the effects of the novel coronavirus. Now is not the time for negativity. Now is not the time for us to be displaying our political preferences, affinity, affiliations, alignment, associations. Now is not the time to be rumor mongering. Now is not the time to be casting aspersions and proliferating fakery. Now is not the time for us to be pointing any fingers. Now is the time for us to become edified, informed, for us to become proactive in trying to safeguard our own well-being. Now is not the time to be sitting down and waiting at the whims and fancies of the government or politicians and parliamentarians. Now is the time for us as Jamaicans to come together more figuratively than literally, because you know that close contact something is a little problem. Some persons are more intent on dwelling on the negativities, dwelling on the shortcomings, than really and truly trying to be a part of the solution here. It is kind of distasteful. It is unnecessary. We need, as a people, to just leg off a certain thing sometimes. We need, as a people, to realize that this is a serious situation. We need, as a people, to understand that it is not wise to trust politicians, and that is the reality. However, as things are at the moment, we have to be wise enough to be able to sift through and to separate facts from fiction. It is nonsensical, in my opinion, to be championing certain initiatives and agenda at this point in time. We need to stop it, man. The thing, in all reality, will get probably much worse before it gets better. And all some of us can do is to criticize. It is not a perfect system. And yes, the government might have reacted differently in some instances. Yes, the government might have issued travel bans on some countries prior to now, or no. But the reality is the reality. You cannot change the reality. What you need to do is to make the best of the reality. So the conspiracies and the this and the that, and it not gonna get us anywhere. And that is a part of the problem that we will face going forward. Because many of us are more intent on dwelling on the things that are not necessary at this point in time, instead of trying to aid the spread of credible information. And so we can, as best as possible, minimize the spread of this virus. We need to be more responsible. But here's an opportunity for us to come together, to unite, and to fight this thing. The doom and gloom pronouncements and announcements are not necessary. What are we doing to try and balance the situation in Jamaica? Some people spend more time on social media berating the government, spreading all sort of agendas, than the time that they spend trying to educate their children and family members as to the situation. And I will not sit here and pretend to tell you that the information that is forthcoming from our politicians is the absolute truth, but the reality is that is what we have to work with. And as such, we must find the best way to work with it. Let me add just a little thing about patient zero. There are some persons out there who have taken it upon themselves to decide it is cute and fitting to share a picture of the person suspected to be patient zero. It is absolutely wrong, and I'll tell you why. Patient zero did not go in search of the coronavirus. Patient zero did not willfully contract the coronavirus. Unfortunately, this lady contracted the virus. She came to Jamaica for a funeral based on the information. Yes, she would have come in contact with people at the funeral, but let the medical personnel, through their trace investigations, find those persons and quarantine or isolate. Many persons on social media have been berating and chastising patient zero. How she come to Jamaica and knows that she have virus come kill off people. It's like we're not sensible. If the public sees it fit to be crucifying patient zero, what do you think will now be the mindset of persons out there who may have been in contact with patient zero or patient one or all the subsequent persons who may be infected? Knowing say, if the public find out said them involved, they will be chastised and publicly crucified. People will start to stay away from getting medical treatment. What will that do? That now will help to facilitate the spread of the virus. Are we not sensible? What good would it have done to share the woman's picture? What benefits have been derived from the sharing of said picture, assuming that it is this lady? The lady came into the island on the 4th of March. She started presenting on the 10th of March. The incubation period for the virus is 2 to 14 days, and you have one 5-day period that they must call the bridge period. Yes, she's coming from the UK where the virus was already confirmed. But people are going like she put it in a one bag, lock it up, can't come throw it out of Jamaica. We need to be more sensitive. We need to be more responsible. And we need to be more sensible. What you think I got to people now who are home feeling sick? No one say if people ever hear say them a cough too loud, they will be pointed out as being carrying leprosy. Come on, man. Why are we trying to fuel mass hysteria? Why are we trying to fuel panic? Why are we trying to fuel speculation? Why are we not trying to do some research, to become informed, and to use our phones to share information that is actually helpful? There have been reports where persons have suffered injuries from homemade concoctions that they have, formulated based on directives that they would have been given by their YouTube doctors and Facebook doctors and Instagram doctors and WhatsApp group doctors. Toxic COVID-19 mix, vinegar, hydrogen peroxide concoction could prove unsafe, experts warn. There are persons who are going around on social media pretending to be doctors, posing as herbalists, and persons who have the cure-all for all things. And they know that as Jamaicans we are very gullible. And as such, they know that there's a market. The coronavirus, COVID-19, is, by all intents and purposes, a new strain of the coronavirus. It is still being studied. Every single day, new information becomes available through testing, through observation, through analyzing of data. At this point in time, as far as I know, there has been no medical treatment created in terms of a vaccine or medication to fight the virus. So I am trying to figure out how come there is a new strain of a virus that has never affected Jamaica before, that all the medical experts around the world are still trying to figure out a cure or a treatment for it. Well, it's a virus. You don't really cure a virus. You treat it, and the body over time stabilizes the virus, so it is suppressed. Yeah, as far as I know. I am no virologist. I saw them name. So how come my good Jamaicans now have taken it upon themselves to be declaring on social media left, right and center that a mixture of this and a toops of that and a little bit of that, and their word is to cure corona? Again, as far as I know, we don't cure viruses. We cure bacteria and fungus. The common cold is a virus. There has been no cure for the common cold. It is treated and the body stabilizes itself, and for a little while you're good and then you catch back the cold because it's a virus. You don't cure a virus, you treat a virus. How is it possible that there are persons on social media recommending that you mix this and do that and the virus will be cured, and we now, as gullible as ever, jump mixing hell and high water? That funny. Eh? You know, sister, somehow we are going to kill ourselves without even contracting the coronavirus. We have to be careful. Let the medical experts handle the medical side of things. Become informed. Educate yourselves. Spend less time on social media proliferating nonsense. Read. Research. I am hearing some voice notes being circulated on social media. I'm going to sit down and shake my head and laugh. May I tell you, there are still a lot of myths, misconceptions, preconceived notions, foolishness being circulated on social media. There was a story not so long ago that people of African descent, or quote unquote black people, cannot contract the coronavirus. And as I have been trying to tell some people, that ground zero for COVID-19, coronavirus disease 2019, was in the Hubei province in Wuhan, China. So logical reasoning would tell you that people of Chinese descent, and Asians for that matter, would be the persons who would have been affected first, and the fatalities would be concentrated within the Asian population until the virus spread outside the geographical boundaries of China. So I don't know how or where it was decided that if you're black, stay back because you coronavirus can knock. I don't know who come up with that, because that's not a fact. The coronavirus is no respecter of race, gender, or creed. If you expose yourself, then you shall contract the virus. The reality is that the virus may have varying levels of effects on different people, just like the common cold. You have people around the world who die from influenza every year, while you have some people who get the common cold, them sneeze here, look, cough here, look, blow them nose 2 times and them good again. The coronavirus, based on my research, will operate or has been operating similar to that. The cases of fatality have been dominated by the elderly, whose immune systems are not as strong as it would have been in their adult years. Also in people with underlying medical conditions, people with respiratory conditions, because the coronavirus affects the respiratory system. It enters your lungs through your nose, your mouth, or your eyes so far, and it uses your lungs to replicate itself. And during the incubation period, it copies itself until it is very present in vast amount within your lungs, and it starts to affect your breathing. So it means that persons with underlying medical conditions are more at risk from becoming fatalities after contracting the coronavirus. Some persons will catch it, and quick and fast they will be okay. Some persons will catch it and they will need a lot of support, because breathing will have to be assisted if your lungs is starting to suffer. Dr. Peter Lin also suggests that there may be renal failure, and if your kidneys are starting to fail, we need to do some research on that. They will also support that as well. So we just need to get the information. We need to become informed. There are persons who are also of the opinion that the moment somebody contract the virus, they are able to spread the virus. The information so far is not suggesting same. They are not saying that the only way to contract the virus from a carrier is if the person is presenting with symptoms. However, initially they were saying that if no symptoms are present, the transmission of the virus would be very, very small, the possibility. But as new information come about, it is saying that in a few cases, transmission has occurred while the carrier has not been presenting with symptoms. Again, as far as I know, the virus is transferred via droplets when a person sneezes, when an infected person sneezes or coughs. And the pathogens, they go on surfaces and people go touch them, saying you are in close proximity, and some of it fall on you, on your nose, in your eyes, on your lips them. Or you shake somebody's hand who is infected and their hands are contaminated, and you bring it to your mouth, to your nose, or to your eyes. There has not been any reports yet of the virus being transferred through sexual contact, as some persons have suggested. Zane, as a matter of fact, some persons are also saying that having regular sex kills the virus again. You can't sex from now till thy kingdom come. You can't kill the virus. Well, you can't cure the virus, as I should say. So, uno get that out of the system. As a matter of fact, I would recommend that sexual contact be limited, if not close off, for the long term, short term, mid term, some term. Because sexual contact will lead to the exchange of body fluids, and then you will catch things. Then the common sense thing that. So right now, me abstain. Also, many persons are of the opinion that wearing the surgical mask, from your have it on, you're good to go, corona can't come near you. Then unwise, you know. These masks, when you put them on, them have two big old holes around it, so like a muffler and chuck, and things can go down in there. The mask that actually protects you very well is the N95 masks that are sealed. And normally, one of the next point of misinformation is that persons feel that it is normally the healthy people who need the masks. Normally, doctors masks the persons who are infected so that in sneezing or coughing they don't spew out pathogens to continue spreading the virus. How the mask becomes important, however, is that if your hands become contaminated, and you know we touch your face regular, like me with my sign or set away. When you wear the mask, the one with the two muffler them around here, so the mask will also will help to protect you in terms of you touching a contaminated surface and bringing the virus to your nose, to your eyes. Well, not your eyes, because your eyes are covered. To your nose and to your mouth. So, the mask there with the muffler them around here, so, then two side here, will help with that. But the mask is not a foolproof protection from contracting the coronavirus. There's a thing that says the coronavirus will die in Jamaica because the temperature is relatively warm. Like any bacteria or fungus or virus, it don't survive well in high temperatures. But the moment you contract the virus, surface temperature can help you again. So it is important for you to try to reduce the risk of taking the virus to your system. Also, some people with these masks, them wear them today, them wear them tomorrow, them wear them the next day, and them hands still go on it, and when them put it on, them dispose of it after you wear it one time. Also, when people blow their nose or sneeze in tissues, you don't reuse that. Throw that out, because that may be contaminated. You have some people, especially kids, that's why it's very good that school was closed, that them share everything. Them drink out of the same bottle, them eat out of the same lunch pan, plate, something. Them share pencils and books and everything, and them play a lot. Yeah? You have to be careful with the sharing thing. Right now, the kissing thing, you don't need to put it on a wall too. Because the close contact thing there, it rough like. And you don't know who has the virus, because a person may be a carrier and they are not presenting as yet. If you're out in the public and you have a sneeze, wash your hands for just the sake of washing your hands. You don't need no invitation to go wash your hand. Wash your hand, and they prescribe for some 20 seconds with soap and water. And there has been a debate recently that says soap don't kill virus. It kills bacteria, and corona is not a bacteria, it's a virus, and long story. Even if it don't kill it, it is helping to remove contaminants from your hand, which is reducing the possibility of you taking the virus to yourself. One of the next thing is that persons are falling sick at home and they decide to take themselves to hospital, which is fair. However, there are avenues that you can call persons who have the expertise to guide you, and in some cases even ambulance come in your yard come pick you. You may be infectious. You leave your house, and everybody own them own vehicle, so you may take public transportation. You go up on one JUTC bus, everybody become exposed. You go to the hospital in the waiting area, everybody become exposed. So use the channels that have been created, make the calls, and have persons advise you as to the best way to reach to healthcare professionals, or the healthcare professionals come for you. Peeps, we need to help the fight against this thing. Fakery, fake news, assumptions will not help. Misinformation will not help. Fostering and facilitating panic will not help. Driving mass hysteria will not help. Becoming informed, becoming educated, doing a little bit of reading for yourself and stop listening to people. Right now, not even listen to me, and go read for yourself. I just want to say, be careful, Zane. Do some research for yourself. Yeah, we know we can't always take everything that the government says for gospel, but the reality is that we can only work with the information that is out there, that is available. Do not be surprised when you hear that there are more confirmed cases, because the reality is that there may be a number of other persons who were exposed and are currently in the incubation stage and are not presenting as yet. There may be persons who are feeling sick but are saying, I just look a flu me off, man, I look a cold me I catch. And they have not sought medical attention, so we have to be careful. Also, peeps, we are the persons who are helping to proliferate and facilitate the spread of misinformation, because we are the ones sharing those voice notes. We are the ones sharing these memes and these pictures. We are the ones helping to give foot and movement to these persons who are intent on misinforming, who are intent on creating panic, who are intent on creating hysteria, who have agendas, be it political or otherwise. And we need to take a stance. We need to be responsible how we use social media, how we consume information on social media. This is not something that we ought to politicize. This is not something that we need to try to score political points from. And I came across a tweet yesterday. Somebody sent it to me and I went to check it out for myself. Where Dr. Shane Alexis, who would have lost a by-election in St. Mary, I don't remember if it's St. Mary Eastern, I don't remember, sometime last year or a year before, tweeted this: "We have volunteered our assistance from the team of the PNP doctors, which include Dr. Delahaye, Dr. Dwayne Spencer, West MP, Dr. Maurice Guy, Dayton Campbell, Dr. Brennan For You, and Dr. Kurt Wall. Hashtag coronavirus." Well, there's a follow-up tweet. "We are currently representing the PNP in the next general election, and we are offering our skills and experience in the fight against the coronavirus." It will all no move and go. Move up. This is most distasteful. This is wrong. And this is another reminder of how our politicians operate in this country. Go. Starting with Dr. Shane Alexis. Go, sir. Now is not the time for this foolishness, brother. Who care who you're representing in the next general election? If you are here to help, you are here to help. Does your political affiliation make any difference? If you're here if you help, you're here if you help, brother. So don't come tell me, but say you are representing the PNP and you are here to help, brother. Go ahead, man. This is a national crisis, and you're going to tell me, say, you are representing the PNP in the next. Who give a rat's ass who you're representing? Represent the people for once, man. And stop representing no one interest. And any other politician who feel like them can come use a corona thing for gain a political, me go buff no. No, peeps, as I'm saying, we need to become informed. We need to do some research. We need to read. The World Health Organization website has a vast amount of info. CDC, which is the American Health website, has a vast amount of information. Whatever you may think about the Ministry of Health, their website also have a vast amount of information. Go and get informed. Stop make people on social media lead on astray, both if you go mix up hell and high waters to kill coronavirus and all of these things. And people are telling up crap. There are persons out there who are actually quoting figures of cases of coronavirus. I don't know how they come by that information. Peeps, be careful. We are the ones who are giving strength to these persons who are intent on misinforming and stuff. We need to stop it. Let us elevate from the trenches of whether it is political tribalism, whether it is nonsensicalism, then you have to build two words sometime, and try as best as possible to fight this thing. It is incumbent on each and every Jamaican to play, well-thinking Jamaican, to play a part and a role in this fight. This is the beginning, unfortunately. It will presumably get far worse before it even starts to get better. Contracting the coronavirus is not a death sentence. You don't just contract the coronavirus and you're dead immediately. Yeah? There have been persons, many persons, there have been over 120,000 plus cases now, I am assuming. And so far, less than 6,000 persons have died. So many persons are recuperating from the coronavirus. Stop being alarmist and sensationalist. The persons out there who are trying to score some views and some likes, calm down. For the persons who are calling the hotline set up by the Ministry of Health using them bird brain and peas brain to prank call these hotlines, preventing persons with genuine need from getting through. I'm gonna go chuck off somewhere, man. deep. Why at this point in time would Jamaicans decide, say, them are going to prank call a hotline that has been set up, dedicated to deal with and treat with potential cases of the virus? Why would we take up our phones and call this number for no reason at all? Also, you have persons out there in the social media streets who are, for whatever reason, using this as comedy relief. I would advise against such. You have persons who have been pranking, having coronavirus pranks to create videos to upload to social media, and people find this funny and cute, and these videos are shared and they go viral. How can we be creating prank videos about something that is potentially fatal, and people find these things hilarious and it is funny and it is shared for days? Go stop it now, man. Use your platform to help educate and inform the nation. You have a responsibility to your country, to yourself. So whether it's a channel where you have where yes, I normally pranks and do and comedic things, no, it's not the time for that. This is not the time for gimmicks and frolic. Use your platform to assist, to inform. As a matter of fact, use this as an opportunity to learn something.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below. Remember to like and share the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Follow me on social media and check out the suggested videos on screen. This is Teach saying, until next time, walk good, my friends.